made me conscious now.
Oh, right. Good evening again. Welcome back. We were having a bit of a bizarre offstage conversation here about modes of dress, and then somebody said, "Oh, don't mention that. Don't mention that." So you'll have to guess what it was. But I'm the only one wearing a certain garment here in the studio this evening, it would seem, without any clues. Welcome back to our live show with Billy Sharp, with George Baldock, and with James Gregg. This evening we're celebrating Sheffield United's promotion back to the Premier League, for which they have been accorded another civic reception. Second in 3 years. It'll be next Tuesday. A little bit of an impish grin on Bill's face and George's face, recalling the previous one. Do you remember much about the previous one?
I do, just from looking at videos and things like that, but it's going to be a great day. Hopefully we can top it off with a title.
Open top bus.
Probably could do with being closed.
Yes, I was going to say I could do with being closed, or maybe one or two people have to go downstairs. In the downstairs bit, do you reckon?
I think you're referring to the gaffer, yeah.
I might be.
Not only did he nearly drop the trophy off, he nearly fell off as well. No, it was just an unbelievable day, and it's going to be again. Can't wait.
My daughter's into rock climbing. I think I'll bring some rock climbing gear, bit of rope for you to tether him down.
To be honest, I think he had 2 bottles of beer in one hand. I think that's the reason why he wasn't actually holding on to anything.
Overbalanced. Yeah. It'll be fantastic for you to celebrate that in style. The message from across the city I've got to raise with you as well, because Dapon Shansiri, the Sheffield Wednesday chairman, very graciously, in my view and the view of many, offered fulsome congratulations actually, in a message that proved a bit controversial in some quarters. I can't see what's controversial about congratulating somebody, but anyway, your reaction to it all.
I thought it was quite classy, to be honest. The way it was written, I don't think it was over the top or anything. I think it was just a general statement, you know, just kind of saying it's good for the city of Sheffield, and you know, kind of saying to his team, you know, this is what we want to do, and let's replicate this next year and get ourselves promoted. I don't think it was anything other than that.
That's the kind of thing. If it was the other way around, you lads would be looking at it and thinking, well, you know, you'd be looking at that statement and thinking, we want that to be us, don't we? We want one back the other way the following season, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think it's quite clever. He's come out looking like a classy guy, and you know, he didn't have to do that. And I think it's quite clever that he's put a little bit of pressure on his players to say, look, we want to taste this again, and you know, Sheffield Wednesday is a great club. We're just having the better of them at the minute.
That was a very, as you say, a very clever way of saying, come on lads, we want that. Yeah? And also, just congratulating somebody doesn't mean to say you don't want to beat them. It's not saying like, after you go on ahead. It's just sporting gesture, really.
Yeah, like George says, was a classy statement.
Yeah. Despite that, of course, you'll be delighted, and so you should be, steeped in Sheffield as you are, with the rivalry that you've enjoyed over the years, that you have stolen a march on the other lot. You're entitled to be pleased about that, Bill.
Yeah, obviously I'm delighted. I live quite close to 2 Sheffield Wednesday players, and they haven't congratulated me yet. No, they've been doing really well recently, and they've given us 2 tough tests this season, and I'm sure they will be a force next season. And Steve Bruce has done a great job since he's come in, and it would be great if we could have a Sheffield derby in the Premiership.
As long as they weren't 0-0. Yeah. 3 times back to back.
Yeah, I know, they have been a bit boring. And
who were the 2 players, Wednesday players, who live near you?
No, I'm not going to mention.
Yeah.
Go on then. Okay.
No.
Yeah, well,
I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah.
When you claim your appearance fee. Yeah. Same appearance fee for you. We're going to show a bit of John Egan shortly, because that is well worth a watch. I don't think there's anybody out there who hasn't seen it.
No,
but I don't think anybody will mind seeing it again. Shall we do that now?
I'm not going to tire of watching it, Alan. So
shall we do that now? This is John Egan at your celebration last Sunday at the ground. Let's have a quick look at this. It's just 20 odd seconds.
people asking George, actually, lots of people saying, how do you know all the words to it? How come you're the only one who seems to know every single last word? You know? Because there's lots of them who are just guessing. Bill there is kind of looking at what you're saying. Do you rehearse that with him in the car or something? There's got to be a story behind it.
No, so we sat together at the Player of the Years, and John's other half has said across the table, remember what you said about that song? So I've kind of gone, what song? And he's gone, oh, right, so come in. We both had a few to drink, and he's basically told me the whole song. And I've just said, you've got to do that. That's unbelievable. And he was saying, I'm
How long
not
have
sure.
you been working on that? How long have you been working on that?
He said it after Wigan. He just said, I think what happened was, he was saying to me, a team in Ireland had done it.
Yeah.
And he'd based it off that. But obviously, this was miles better. But I said to him, you've got to do it. And he said, there's no way I'm doing it. I said, John, you've got to. He said, like, it's brilliant. Do you know what I mean? So he's gone, all right, just come up with me. And I've gone, no way.
He didn't look nervous or bashful.
That's what I said to him.
He's Irish though. Most of them can sing or play a musical instrument anyway. They are good.
They are
He had a little story
like
behind it as well, didn't he? When he
Absolutely
set it up, he set it up quite nicely, saying you can't go in a pub if you haven't got a song to sing and all that.
Yeah, it was
brilliant.
We got a taxi home later on that night, and he was watching it about 20 times. Which he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe he'd done it.
He'd been fueled a bit by that point as well.
Yeah,
no doubt.
but I'm so happy he did it because it was so
Yeah.
good.
No, it's fantastic. It really is.
Sure,
Well, that's popping up on
terrific
Sky
song.
Sports and all sorts. It was everywhere, that, wasn't it? Brilliant.
Definitely be sung on Sunday.
Just sums us up, doesn't it?
Yeah, just a bit.
Just sums the whole squad up, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it was Jimbo on. Somebody called Jimbo on Twitter. You asked a question there. He asked me that. He mentioned that George was the only one who knew the words. But now you're all going to get a song sheet and learn them, yeah, Bill? Is that,
Yeah, well, like George says,
Yeah.
we've been
Sang it all Monday, didn't we?
sang it all together, and some of the lads still don't know the words.
No.
But
Like at school, stood at the back, like miming it and stuff.
yeah, he's so cutesy. Then he didn't know what day it was. Never mind the words.
Yeah, Cootsie, yeah. He kindly has been on that sofa a couple of times, and I do recall him saying that he was a bit fearful of celebrations. At the end of one season, the League One season, he perhaps hasn't quite got the capacity.
I think it's just the speed he tries to do it at.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
It's his technique.
Is it a Scottish
working
thing
his
now?
technique.
Is it a Scottish
I think
thing?
so, yeah. He's
It's a very unusual Scottish thing, that. Okay, go on, bring us around up and we'll talk to these guys.
Will do. No, I've got my
early
Sheffield
thoughts
United
on the
phone
Premier
case
League.
as well tonight. I don't have to hide that actually, like usual,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
impartiality hat is well and truly off tonight. We'll start off by talking about the Sheffield Eagles, because they're wanting to copy these boys and follow the Blades into the top tier of their respective sport, the Rugby Super League, third in the Championship at the moment. They've got a game in hand as well over Toronto and Toulouse, who are the two sides above them. A shock loss to Halifax last weekend, but they've got Leigh Centurions away from home this Sunday. So if they keep going on the form that they're going, they'll definitely be in with a shout of the Super League next season. Playoffs for the Sheffield Sharks, double header this weekend. Little plug for them. English Institute of Sport is the place to go and watch them in their quarter-final in their playoffs game on Saturday night. Then on Sunday, it's the reverse fixture against the Newcastle Eagles away from home. If they win that, into the semis and maybe try and pick up that silverware that they managed to grab a couple of years ago. Final home game of the season for Sheffield United ladies as well. Not this weekend, the following weekend. That's actually going to take place at Bramall Lane now, as opposed to their usual spot at the Legacy Park and at Shirecliffe. I know they played a few games there as well against Millwall Lionesses as well. They're definitely going to finish fifth in their league. A great sort of first season in the Women's Super League team set up, that, isn't it? And
They've won 6 in a row, I think.
They have, yeah.
Is it six in a row?
something like that, yeah. I know they've been strong towards the end of the season.
Do you have
Yeah,
much to do with them? You know, do you see them knocking about at Shirecliffe and stuff, yeah?
yeah, the manager's there nearly every day, but yeah, you see bits of him, but obviously they're more down at the Olympic Legacy Park now. So, but I did see today that they was playing the last game at Bramall Lane, so hopefully they get a big crowd, and they've been brilliant as well this season.
Yeah.
They've stuck with us.
Carla Ward's
Carla
coming in a couple of weeks, and so is Sam Tierney, one of her star players.
From
those
Sheffield,
two-
is she?
Yeah,
From Sheffield,
yeah, those two coming in. in 2 weeks' time.
Brilliant, that's good stuff. Look forward to that one. Carry on the Sheffield United theme on this programme, Alan.
Next week will be a Wednesday-only week, I promise you.
Well, they're winding you up. Sheffield Tigers, Rugby Union, they've kept their status in National 2 North for another season. Very high level of rugby, excited to keep that one in the city as well. Another plug, English Institute of Sport, again, Sheffield Futsal Club, we had them in a few weeks ago.
We did.
Good bunch of lads. Their final game of the season, 4:15 on Sunday against Bolton. Free entry as well if you fancy going and seeing some futsal. Worksop Town as well. Spoke to Craig Denton yesterday. What a season they've had. So they've already got promoted into the next league out of the Northern Counties East League Premier Division. 21 wins in a row.
21 on the show.
Incredible, that, isn't it?
Yes.
It's the Banks.
Well, I'll tell you, Craig Denson will be appearing alongside Carla Ward and Sam Tierney in 2 weeks' time.
Brilliant.
Because he's the most successful. Sorry, Chris, but he's the most successful manager in the area.
He is.
Bar none.
He is.
That is phenomenal. So he will be.
They've only got one game left.
And he's a
actually.
Sheffield Wednesday fan. All by way of redressing the balance, you see, or bringing it back.
He didn't mean to do that, did he? No, definitely not. And also, you don't need any more info on this, but just to mark your card, Wednesday and United's last games of the season. Sheffield United's last game of the Championship on Sunday, 12:30 away at Stoke, and Wednesday they've got QPR at home.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll look forward to the weekend. This banner thing that I keep reading about, I don't know how precise this is, but I've steered clear of it on the internet.
Yeah, I think we're best steer clear. But yeah, it's, I've seen that basically crowdfunding, Sheffield United fans have raised about 750 odd quid to get a banner flying over Hillsborough on Sunday.
Saying what, though?
Found out it's Mind the Gap, it says, just flying over Hillsborough. So
do you know,
just a nice little, little jab. Yeah.
I think I know why.
Yeah, you got a sneaky suspicion.
Do you know, I scored an own goal on my way in tonight for reasons that Billy will understand in sort of negotiating the appearance fee. I've left my car at home.
Right, okay.
I've come down by train
Nice.
tonight, and I just took a picture and said, thought I ought to come down by a different mode of transport tonight. Put it on Twitter, forgetting that on the platform it says mind the gap. So I've had quite a lot of replies to that. That was completely unintentional.
That's what he tells you anyway.
Yeah. Will that actually happen?
I think it is, yeah. I think it's paid for, yeah. I don't think Sheffield Wednesday fans are very happy about it.
What do you think?
I'm not really sure. I think Blades fans have probably earned the right to be able to do that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say on it, I think.
I've seen a homemade banner on, I think, in Hillsborough.
Near
on the
Hillsborough.
bridge.
Yeah, on that bridge.
Yes.
Isn't it?
So I think it might be something to do with that.
It's a reply
Possibly.
to.
Maybe.
Theirs is just it's just a bed sheet. That
Bed
isn't it?
sheet,
It's like a mouldy bed sheet. We've got a proper plane.
What did that say?
You can't repeat what
the
that
city
says.
is ours. Or something
It
like
was
that,
ours,
yeah.
but something else as well.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, they put that.
They put that on, near Hillsborough. So if you're driving your car under that bridge, you can see this mouldy bed sheet hanging down with that painted on it. So
I think we should just refrain from commenting, don't you?
yeah, I think we've done it enough. Yeah,
I think we've mentioned it. I don't think
I think we know why it's happening as well, as Billy said. So
we won't continue on that theme. So Premier League, a lot of you guys in that team it strikes me from outside, are making a career out of proving people wrong. Anyway, so this is just another case in point, perhaps next season.
For some people it might be, but I'm just looking forward to the opportunity. I had a very small sniff of it at Southampton, which that disappoints me a little bit more than anything really in my career. I didn't really get a chance there, but that's gone now. I'm playing for the red and white stripes that I want to do in the Premier League, and I just hope I get a good crack at it, and I'm confident I can score goals in the Premier League as well.
That's the one thing, missing from your career, isn't it? Really, you've scored goals every level, all the way up, and to do that. But you must have thought at one time that the opportunity wasn't going to come again, did you?
Yeah, obviously when I signed back for Sheffield United, we were in League One, and we've managed to get to the Premier League really quickly, so that's helped. It's like George says, it doesn't quite seem real. So until we actually step out and play that first game, then we'll not know how we're going to go on. We're inexperienced bunch of lads going into the Premier League, but we're not going to be fearful of it. We're going to give it a right good go, and we've got a good feeling that we're going to be all right.
I mean, you know, like you look at it and you think Premier League, you know, anywhere you go in the world, you go to America, you go to India, you go to Sri Lanka, you go to Australia, and you find a bar and the Premier League's being shown, isn't it? And everyone's talking about it, everyone knows about it. I was in Sri Lanka in November, sat on a beach, and they've got, you know, a couple of the games on. I'm thinking, what is this going on? You know, match of the day as well, watching yourself on
that
there.
level.
You know, does that kind of thing excite you? Because for us, like mere mortals, you're kind of looking at it and you think, well, you know, that'd be amazing. It's never going to happen. For you think, actually, they are going to be analysing our runs and our balls through and this kind of thing on match of the day. Pretty cool, that. Does that kind of thing help it sink in when you think about that kind of thing?
Not sure it helps it sink in. It's definitely an exciting, you know, prospect. I mean, you know, Bill will say, I was saying, like, no matter what era you kind of grown up in and who you idolise and everything like that, they're all really played in the Premier League. So obviously you've got your likes of Messi and all that, but majority of top players play in the Premier League. So, you know, to go up against them and to, you know, see where you're at. And like you said, it goes along with proving people wrong as well. You know, when a few of the lads stepped out of League One, I'm sure people are like, oh, I'm not sure they'll cut it in the Championship, and it'll be the same again. Yeah. But I just know the group of lads here just don't let anyone down.
The great thing as well, you know, it's quite clear from the top. Paul Mitchell was in a few weeks ago. He's very close to the manager who works on recruitment, and Chris Wilder himself has echoed this point since, that the guys that got Sheffield United there will have an opportunity. There won't be sort of mass changes. You know, people are going to come in, but other clubs have taken a different route. For instance, Fulham. You know.
Yeah, I think we will bring players in to make us stronger, obviously, and probably people with Premiership experience, and that'll help us as a group anyway. And I think we do need that, but I think we will keep the core together because it's what we're about. It's why we do well as a group, and we're a group that are willing to learn and improve, and that's what something our assistant manager Alan Neil has driven into us all season. And at certain times it has been like, to me, you know what, it's just the result, but he's right. Every day on the training pitch we have got better and we are improving, and we're obviously going to have to do that again to step up to the Premier League next season.
Could also be the first time the Premier League's seen overlapping centre-backs. Yeah.
At home, maybe. Yeah. Maybe not away.
Yeah, away at Manchester City, overlapping centre-backs. Just
Pep would be scratching his head, I think.
I mean, I know that you know what you can do, Bill, and you've never really doubted yourself, but it's always, I always think season by season, well, he's having to prove certain people wrong again. Is that ever at the back of your mind?
I don't have to prove anyone wrong. I just play football for my family and try and do the best for my teammates and the fans. I'll do that again next year. I'll give it a right good go. I'm going to work hard over the summer to make sure I give myself the best possible chance, and if I have a crack at it and I'm not good enough, then some people will be right, but
eventually,
yeah.
Eventually, 24 goals this season. Nice to make it 25 at the weekend. You've, on your previous two appearances, I think you're 33 now. I think I've done my maths right. You're 33.
Yeah.
Previous two appearances, 31 and 32. You made a point of saying each time that you were fitter than you've ever been, or felt fitter. Does that apply again?
Yeah. Again, my teammates help me with that because I bounce off them. I see them working hard in training. Not that I did it in my past career, but you have to be fit to play in this team. The way we play, it's a very energetic team, and if you're not, you get left behind. And maybe that's why I didn't play at Southampton, because I wasn't quite up to the fitness levels. That's all I can think of. But
you've become more dedicated, do you think?
I've always been dedicated, but I think as you get older, you have to look after yourself a little bit more. And guys like George and people his age in our team have, hopefully they'll be playing in the Premier League for 7 years to come. If it's not with Sheffield United, then someone else, because they're good players and they're young enough and willing enough to learn and get better and better.
Is there any particular team that you're going to, or ground that you're going to go to that particularly excites you for next season? There's so many of them.
The new Spurs one looks quite nice, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All the big boys. I mean, well, they're all big, aren't they?
Yeah.
That one stands out for me at the minute, though. Anfield as well will be good.
Yeah. Who did you grow up supporting, George?
Do you know, it's a weird one. I'm from Milton Keynes, so there was no real... my dad used to take me to Oxford United.
Right, okay.
We're not playing them, mate.
Nah, I used to support Man United, but it's like, I packed that in ages ago. That was just glory. That's just because I love Scholes and all them lot.
Yeah.
So it's not like from Sheffield. Like since I've come to Sheffield, I've realised what a real passionate supporter is. You know what I mean, about their hometown
People
club.
live for it, don't they? Yeah.
Like this guy, yeah.
Yeah, most Manchester United supporters are outside Manchester, most of them down south, aren't they? Other countries and all over. Yeah. Anfield's going to be good. Old Trafford's going to be good. City of Manchester Stadium, you name it.
In fact, I remember watching you playing against Man United in the FA Cup, and you know that was obviously, I mean, it was tough, wasn't it?
Just stood at the field going,
you were on your Todd, weren't you, up there and waiting around, but that was playing against Rooney, obviously, and some of those boys. That was fantastic. So you got a full season of that next year.
Yeah, every game's going to be difficult, but what better place to try and have a challenge against the best.
And you can certainly make Bramall Lane intimidating for nothing, with the support and filling the ground. I think 24,000 season tickets or something sold, something like that. They've got. So with the away support as well, you're going to fill the ground nearly every time. So the Ipswich atmosphere is going to be a sort of week by week occurrence. Yeah. Although I imagine you're going to have plenty of TV dates, so it's not going to be Saturday at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I've said
too often.
Forget your weekends, boys. There's going to be a lot of Sunday games, Monday night football, and
To be fair, it's been like that this year.
Yeah, it has a bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. As soon as you start doing well in the Championship, they start moving you around again, don't they? Really?
It's funny you say that. Actually, we're interesting to see that Leeds were on after us. The last 3 games. Someone thought Leeds were going to do it and not us, but put that one to bed as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Any thoughts on them generally? I mean, Bielsa strikes me as being a damn good manager. Not many new players added, and he's improved them.
They have been a good team to watch on Sky a lot, but they are a good team, and it just shows you how well we've done to finish above them. And Norwich again. Congratulations to them for getting promoted. They've been brilliant. A lot of new players, gelled really quickly and just got stronger and stronger and managed to get over the line last week as well. So, I played for Leeds, so good luck to them in the playoffs.
It's good as well that 2 teams that wouldn't have been fancied for promotion at the beginning of the season have done it, yourselves and Norwich City as well.
Who's the third one going to be? That's the real question. Having a look at it.
Playoffs, innit?
Yeah, it could be anything.
Lottery. Thank goodness.
Some good players in there, don't there? So
there is, yeah.
Sure to be some good games.
It just never seems to be the third team, does it? So well,
the one that misses out has got the deflation, and that could have been you, but isn't. Thankfully, you wouldn't have fancied that.
Within 3 weeks. Without an holiday.
And how brilliant from your point of view as well to see the bookies already having you odds on to go down next season.
Are they?
I'm not surprised, but
extra motivation.
Something else we can.
That'll have changed by December, won't it? Top 6.
Well, what were we to go up this year?
I don't know. I don't bet.
No.
Much, do you?
No,
Any idea?
No idea.
No idea. We've got 20 seconds left, so I got no answer to that. What I'd like to do is to thank you, George, and you, Bill, for coming in. It's been fantastic to see you, and congratulations again on a magnificent season and achievement as well. Thank you to James as well.
Lads, enjoy it.
If you missed, you've only just got in, this will be on my YouTube channel later, repeated here at 11 p.m. Thanks very much, guys. The appearance fee's coming up across the road. See you next week. Bye.